Alright, let's try this again. This is take 2 of my fucking update video. Make it really, really simple. I'm gonna put 10 minutes on the clock. Go. I don't want to go longer than that. I'm gonna try and do this update as quick as possible. I got 5 things we gotta get through. Alright, first off, streaming. I don't want to stream anymore. I'm gonna throw it out there. I got 4 reasons. One of them is like a half reason. Four reasons. First of all, it's not as good for the channel. It's when I stream, think of it as like I'll do a 3-hour stream. That's the equivalent of like 3 to 4 videos that I could do. And if a stream does like okay or does poorly, that's just a huge waste of opportunity. And also, it burns me the fuck out. I just don't enjoy streaming anymore, is the way I'm putting it. I'll still do streams for like events and stuff. Like I'm like, oh, you know, we have a 12-hour stream coming up because of last year's donation goals. And that's fine. I'll gladly still do that. The only thing I don't want to do anymore is just, I'm not going to try and stream as much. Like, I think I've done 3 over the last, like, 2 months, and I just don't enjoy it. So that's just, 1, it's not practical anymore. 2, oh, fuck, what was the reason? I just recorded this video, and there was a problem with the audio, so I have to do this again, so forgive me. Shit. Oh, no, yeah, this is the big reason. I didn't want to let it get to me. And genuinely, I wish I was a bigger person where I could just ignore this, but I can't. I haven't talked about this publicly, I don't think yet, but I'm going to do it anyway. A troll ruined it for me. I look at streaming differently now, and it sucks, and I wish I was above it, and I wish I was stronger, but I'm not. When I was streaming Spyro last year, I was really excited. I love Spyro, I'm a huge fan of the series, and so when the remaster came out, I actually went to GameStop. I got it early at 9 p.m. because they do 9 p.m. releases because no one can be fucked to go to a midnight anymore, which is fair. And I get a discount, so that's why I went to. So I got home, started streaming Spyro at like 9:15, like as soon as I got home, and went for like 9 hours, 10 hours. Just went through the whole game, platinumed it in one run. And through like 7 out of 9 of those hours, there was just one guy who kept changing accounts. And just trolling. I don't know what sick satisfaction he got out of it. I don't know why he targeted me when I was definitely not the only person streaming Spyro. But it fucking sucked, and it wore me down. My mods did what they could, but he kept changing accounts, and there's no way to like IP ban on YouTube, so we just had to deal with it. And it was just the same recycled shit over and over, which is just like, you know, oh, this game is shit. This game is terrible. The remaster is so bad. And I'm just like, dude, I just started it. Like, what are you talking about? And it's just like, oh, you know, are you a shill for Activision? Is that how you got the game early? I'm like, no. And it's like, the first time I heard those things, I can shrug it off, because I think I'm a pretty decent streamer. Enough where I can just be like, oh, huh, you got me. I'm an Activision shill. That's why I live in my mansion and stuff like that. And I'm not struggling to pay rent and things. So, but it's just for like 7 hours straight. And it's just like, it got to me. And then the next night, I started streaming Riptos, which is the next game in the series, and I did that one for like 10 or 11 hours, and it's the same shit. He was there for like over half of it, and I was just like consistently there. And I just like, it ruined it for me. I'm not going to mince words. I look at streaming differently. It's not as much fun. I've always been kind of like anxious with it and stuff, but just like I have anxiety, I have depression, and that just fucking dialed it up, and I couldn't deal with it. I can deal with people coming in and just be like, oh, fuck, shit, get cunt. And then, because we just banned and gone. But when they fucking stay for that long, it's like a personal attack. I can't, like, I don't know, I'm not a good enough person just to, like, roll that off, so I can't. And this leads into the next point, which is, you know, my mods did what they could. I had, like, 1 or 2 mods the entire time. But it's like, they're there for just as long as I am, and it's like, I can't expect them to, like, focus on the chat the entire time. So that leads me to my next point. It's just, I also can't really get mods to get to the streams anymore. And that's not a slight at them. They're busy. I watch YouTube channels too. Like, I understand how it goes. Some people they're not really active in Wrath of Zalis. Maybe they're not active in YouTube at all. Maybe they're just, like, not really feeling my content lately, which is acceptable. You're allowed to feel that way. I feel that way with YouTubers I watch as well. Or they're just like, you know, they've got stuff going on in their lives. They're doing a free, you know, thing for me, which is they're moderating channels and the Discord and stuff like that. So I don't blame them even a little bit, but it's just a fact. It's harder to get them to streams. Part of that is because I'm just like, I'll spring the stream on them with like 15, half an hour, minute notice, and part of it's just they're busy. And you know what? It's again, that's not their problem. I'm not their priority, nor should I be. But it's just a fact, and it's something I need to address. So instead of looking for more mods, because I think for the Discord they handle it just fine. I'm just going to cut back on streaming, that's all. And when I do stream, I'm going to try and like make it scheduled in advance, that's all. So yeah, that's it. And then the fourth one, lately when I've been streaming, and part of it is because of the trolling, and part of it is just like, my general things inside, it really bums me out, gets me real depressed, gets me real anxious, and like it kind of ruins my night when I finish streaming. Even on like an okay stream where nothing goes wrong, it's just, I don't think I've had like a really good stream in a while, and it's not the fault of anyone in the chat. It's not the fault. I don't think it's the fault of me. I think I'm burned out by it. That's all. So I'm gonna stop on that. I'm gonna cut way back on streaming. So that's all. So we got this next one is gonna 2 points, but it's kind of rolled into one. So I talked about my capture device was broken for my PS3. For those who don't know, all the PS2 games that I record that aren't remasters, I record them through a backwards compatible PS3 because it lets me upscale it a little bit. I could use an emulator, but all of the save data is on that PS3 now, so I'm kind of stuck. And my capture device was broken for it, and Elgato doesn't sell them anymore. So I was like, I don't think I have any options. I don't think I can record them anymore. Intelligently, I was like, oh, why don't I just email their support? And I did. And while they couldn't repair mine, and while they couldn't send me a new one, they did lead me to a converter. So the biggest thing with the PS3 is that it only can capture through component cables, for those who this means anything to. But they make a converter that will turn the component input into HDMI. So I can actually just use the capture device that I use for PS4, for Switch, and stuff like that to capture my PS3 games now, which is great because it's a much better device. So I actually bought that part, and I can actually show you it real quick. This is also the reason why I have to record this twice, is because that audio is playing in the background because my capture device hooked up. So the audio is muted this time. But yeah, that's the Bleach game on PS3. So it's currently just sitting in the background. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. So please, fucking please, give me your requests. If there's a series I stopped because I couldn't record it, whether it's on PS3 or PS2, or any series in general, let me fucking know. I can't read minds. I don't know if you want it to come back. There's no way for me to know you want it to come back unless you tell me. And that's going to roll into this next thing, which is comments and likes. I've been throwing a lot of shit against the wall lately and making that joke where it's like, I just don't know what my audience wants anymore. Which is a funny joke. It's also painfully true. So I'm purposely doing a bunch of different kinds of games, different games and stuff like that. If there's a game that I've played or a video or a series or something I've done, and you're like, yes, more of that shit, let me know. I can't read your minds. I've said it for years, but it's like, I feel like it's pulling fucking teeth to get comments. And it's like, I used to get them a bunch when my channel first started. Now I barely get them. And for those of you who are commenting, thank you. This is not aimed at you. This is aimed at the people who watch the video and they're like, oh, cool. And they watch away. Fucking give me feedback. Please, for the fucking love of God, give me feedback. It's like, I get it. I watch YouTube too. I don't really comment on stuff. But that's because people I watch are getting hundreds of thousands of views and they're getting hundreds of comments. I have so many videos without a single comment. And it's not, like, it's not a bad thing. Like, you're not doing anything wrong. Oh my God. I can't believe I yelled this much. Like, I get it. But the thing is, like, I'm a small channel. And I need help. So, and I can't know what you guys want. Or even, this is also acceptable. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is also acceptable. If you watched a video and you're like, and you like clicked away halfway through and you're like, oh, I wasn't really feeling it, let me know. Like, put a comment before you click away and just be like, hey, stop watching this video, just wasn't really feeling it, just didn't really seem like it was for me. I appreciate the effort, because then I know not to waste time recording more of those videos. So please, I'm literally begging you, leave comments, whether you didn't like the video or you did like the video. Likes help a little bit. Like, I can kind of see how many, like, total there are, and I'm using the word a lot, but it's like, if I see like 10, I'll be like, okay, it was a good video, I guess. But that's just a very, very general thing. If that's the least you can do, if you're like, I have no comment, then leave a like. That's fine. I'm getting too riled up. Part of it's because I already said all this stuff, and then I had to throw the audio away. But please, please, I need the feedback. It helps me a lot, and then I can know what to focus on or what to leave behind. The timer is up. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna throw 5 more minutes on there. Okay. I'm gonna try and keep this video short. I swear, but it's like I need to get these things done. But yes, please give me feedback. I will gladly welcome it. It's just I need a rudder to like figure out where to steer. Like if you don't like a video, tell me why. If you're not feeling a video, you don't even have to tell me why. Just tell me you're not really feeling it. And if you like a video, please tell me so I can keep making more. That's the general thing. Next up, Patreon and YouTube. I'm not going to go too deep into this because you've seen it at the end of all the videos if you stayed for it. The whole reason of me talking about this now is so that I can make those little end caps on the videos shorter. I'm just going to read off the names, say thank you, and then try and end the videos because I know they've been getting a little long because I haven't done a channel update in a while. I wanted to give like a genuine, like very, very big thank you and heartfelt thanks because like through the month of March and February, after the holiday season ended, and it's like I had a seasonal job, but it's like they kept me, but I was getting very, very low hours. I struggled a lot. Like my insurance was still stupid high. I had student loans, so my insurance, my rent, just like general things like transportation and like food and stuff. It got real bad. Like there was a couple weeks where it's like I didn't know how I was gonna get food money and stuff. And donations either through like streams and stuff like that, and Patreon and YouTube supporting things, genuinely came at the best possible time, and it like helped me make rent more than a few times, and they helped me get food money. I'm now working full time, and I get paid every 2 weeks, which is bullshit. But we can talk about that at another time. Because for those who haven't kept up, I'm an assistant manager at a GameStop now, so I am getting full-time pay. I get, you know, it's decent. It's stressful and it's a lot of work, but it's a job and it's helpful. So I got through it, and that is in no small part thanks to you guys. So genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You got me through a very difficult time. And this is also just a general reminder for those who don't know, because I haven't made a video about it. You can actually support me on YouTube with the like little join button now. It's $5 a month. You get access to like a little badge next to your name that you will show in the comments, so you can flex on all these other people who aren't supporting. It's a little Koromon sprite when you just sign up, and then after a month it turns to Agumon. 2 months it's Greymon, 6 months Metal Greymon, a year is War Greymon, and 2 years, if anyone gets that far, is Omnimon. And then YouTube, I'll be upfront with you, YouTube takes a third of it from me, so I get about like 3 something. No, that's not right. Yeah, like 3.7. I don't know. I don't want to do math. So I do get a good amount of it, and you also get access to emotes and stuff when I do stream, so that's pretty cool. And then Patreon, if that's not really your speed for YouTube, Patreon is literally the lowest you can go is $1, which I think is super easy. I actually subbed to a couple people on Patreon for $1. I can't say who because that'll incriminate me. Not incriminate me, but it'll make me look very bad. But I'm just kidding. Don't. It's nothing. But I do sub to a couple people on Patreon. And then it just like that goes directly to me. Patreon takes like a very small cut. Like I think something like 1%, but even lower, something like that. But it's like very minimal, and that's the one that has really helped me. And both of those, if you link those to the Discord, you actually get access to a special tab that has all the videos that I do early, which I think is because I don't want you to like pay me for nothing. Like I understand, like you know, most creators feel like, oh, you know, if you want to help and support me, it's like and I get that, but it's like I feel guilty just taking it for nothing. So because I feel like I do a good job, and you know I'm happy to do the videos and put hours and hours of content, but I do just enjoy it, so like I don't really expect a payment for it. It's nice, I appreciate it, it's very helpful, but I don't like expect anything from it. Like, and just the ad revenue alone is helpful. So it's like if you can't afford to pay anything, don't feel guilty or anything. Like it's just, this is just an added bonus if you're like, fuck yeah, I love Nick. But yeah, so you can get early videos is the big thing. There's a special tab only Patreon or YouTube supporters can see, and what I do is I post the videos and I pin them all, and then I unpin them when I release it to the public. So like you can actually just look at the pins. There's a big long list of like all the videos that are currently like supporter only. And it's not to say that I'm going to hold back them forever. It's just, you know, I record a couple videos at a time and I hold them back, and then because I can only release like one or one every like couple days, just because like if I flooded the YouTube channel, nobody would watch them. But if you do want to binge through them, you have that option for as low as $1 a month on Patreon, or if you want, you know, flex on these other people on YouTube and get that badge, you can do that too. I welcome it both times. I'm going to start another 5-timer. We'll do 2 minutes this time, because I have one more thing to talk about this. But yeah, it's genuinely very helpful, and thank you guys. It got me through some hard times, and while it's not as necessary to my life, it does help me with like my budget for like games and like hardware and stuff. So that's where it goes. I'm not blowing it on hookers and blow, actually. I'm not, but I could with your help now. So thank you. Final point, Digimobs. That was the biggest goal from the donation stuff last year, and I started setting it up. I got to the point where I was like, I would need to get a server to test it, and I just couldn't afford it. That's the honest answer. It was like 10, 12, 15, 5 a month, depending on where you get it from. And I'm relatively new to this stuff, so like by relatively new, I mean completely fucking new to this, so I didn't know how to do it. And I was just like, I can't really afford that to test it at this point. So I had to put it on hold. I now have a full-time job, like I said. So now the problem is just finding time to set it up. So if there's anyone, I know Night Demon already offered to help me, and I will take him up on that. But if there's anyone who's like very, very familiar with playing Minecraft online, playing with mods and stuff like that, please let me know. I would like to establish a server and set it up, because that was the goal, and we're going to do it. But it's tough to set up on my own, that's all. So for those who are waiting on it, or for those who'd forgotten about it, there you go. There's an update. And for those who hadn't heard of this, we're going to set up a Minecraft server, and I'm a fan of Minecraft. I'm not like super into it. I've platinumed it on 3 different systems, but that's like the console version, so it's a little bit light. But the plan is to play it with Digimon mod, so that we can, you know, capture Digimon, fight with them, create eggs and stuff. They're all like wandering around in the world and stuff, and genuinely, I just think it's super fun to play. I have a couple videos on some like much older versions of it, but it's been a lot of updates since then, so... And I think it'd just be cool to have like a shared Minecraft server where we have like a bunch of like buildings and shit shared between people. So that's all. I need help on it, and if not, I'll get to it slower. But all help should be through the Discord and stuff like that, because I'll be that way. There's more of a back and forth, and I might even, if there's enough like people who are willing to help, we might I might just do like a complete like Discord tab just dedicated to that. So yeah, that's all I got for you updates. I tried to make this as quick as possible, but then I had a coughing fit. So big takeaways, streaming is going to be less. I'll still do streams from time to time, just like scheduled ahead of time and not as much. And if you have anything to say about that, let me know. Just like if you're saying, no, please, I actually really enjoy it when you stream, or I love watching the uploads. Like, again, I need that feedback, or I'm operating off just my information alone right now. Patreon and YouTube stuff. Just thank you. You can if you want. If you do, you get early videos. I don't expect from anyone. Just if you're just enjoying the videos, then you're fine. Don't worry about it. And if you're not, then you're not watching this video, so I don't care. Fuck off. So that's comments and likes. Or yeah, comments and likes. Please let me know if you like a video. That's cool. That's the bare minimum. Fine. Throw that video up there, because that still helps me. Sorry, throw that like up there, because it's like enough of them that I understand. It's like, oh fuck, people really like that series. If you don't like it, tell me why, and I can maybe improve it, or I can try and change things or edit them differently, or it might just not be for you. But I won't know that until I see it. So like, and this one is just as important. If you're feeling meh about a video, tell me. Like genuinely, I don't want to spend any more time on it if people are feeling meh about it. So. Sometimes it'll just be you. Sometimes just one person will be like, oh, it's not really for me, and other people might like it, and that's okay. That's part of being human. But if I find a bunch of people are going like, man, not really feeling this one, fuck it, it's gone. Because you guys aren't the important ones here. And then again, if there's any series I've done before, whether it's on PS2, PS3, or any just series in general, request it. Either in the comments, or I have a special tab on Discord just for video suggestions, and that also covers requests. Let me know, and I'll happily go back to them. And then finally, Digimobs. I'm working on it. I didn't have the money to do a server. Now I do, so I gotta go back into setting that up. Help would be appreciated. contact me in the Discord. And the links to all that shit I mentioned are all in the fucking, what is it? The description of this video. Thank you guys. Sorry for the long updates. I think it was worth it. I don't want to do another one of these for a couple months. So I'll see you guys all later. Have a great day or evening.